This is a video tutorial for the Happy Days fabric candle table wreath. You'll need 2 contrasting fabrics, some interfacing and some buttons. And here's how we make it. Using your templates, cut 12 in the one colour, 12 in the other colour, which contrasts, and 12 pieces of interfacing. I've ironed interfacing onto the back, and now I'm going to place them both right sides together. Ensure that your sides and your edges all line up, so it's pretty side to pretty side. Add some clips. I've added some clips. I've remembered to leave my gap sign for turning. Now I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine, and using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I'm going to start at the edge of the gap and stop, up the other side and stop, across and stop, to the bottom and stop, and back to the gap and stop. I've sewn all the way around using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I've remembered to leave a gap, and I've also snipped each of the 4 corners for a much nicer finish when we turn it. And now I'm going to turn it through the gap. I've turned it the right way, and I've pushed out all of the corners, and I've also turned in the raw edge of the gap, and I've pressed it. I'm now going to take it over the sewing machine and use about 1/8 inch seam allowance, so quite close to the edge all the way around, forming a nice top stitch. You could use your fancy stitch at this stage if you wish, and this will automatically close up the gap we left. I've top stitched quite close to the edge all the way around, and this has closed up my gap, and now I've got to repeat this for the other pairs of squares. That's all my squares, all neatly top stitched, and now we're going to draw on the sewing line. Now we're going to draw the sewing lines. So take your template, I've put mine onto card, and place it carefully on top, ensuring that both corners are in place, and then take your tailoring chalk or your pen and draw a line this side and this side. And now repeat for your other squares. One thing to note, use the same colour that you draw your lines on for each square. I'm using green. That's all my squares marked up, and now we're going to start sewing them together. We're now going to start sewing them together. Take your first pair of squares and place them together, and ensure that the lines that you've drawn match up each side, and then add a few clips. I've added some clips just to stop the squares moving about, and now I'm going to take it over the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew along this line, only this line. I've sewn all along the sewing line. Flip it over, take your next square, and as we did before, place corner to corner, ensure that this line and this line that you drew match up, And then, as we did before, add a couple of clips. I've added a couple of clips just to hold it in place, and now, as I did before, I'm going to take it over the sewing machine and I'm going to sew along the line. I've sewn along, and now I'm taking my next square, and as I did before, placing it together, ensuring that the lines on both sides match up, and once again adding a clip just to hold it. You could use pins if you want to. And then once again over to the machine and sew all along that line. I've sewn my fourth square on, and I'm going to continue sewing my remaining squares together. I've joined up all the squares, and the final bit of sewing is to join the last square to the first square, and exactly the same as we did before. Bring them together, line them all up, and add some clips to keep it still. And once again, your final sewing is along that line. And that's all my squares joined together. Next, as I've done all the way around here, is clip the 2 points together. And as you can see, it's forming a nice shape. I've hand stitched where we clipped each point all the way around, and that's your candle wreath all finished. However, if you want to add some pretty buttons or beads on each of the tip, you can do.